Okay, GM guys, welcome to Moment of Clarity, and we'll be starting 8:05. So we're just waiting for the speaker to join us, right? So we'll start very soon.
Yeah, GM guys. Um, Nutella, can you hear me? Okay, good. Yeah, glad to have you guys. Sorry, it's 6 minutes already, and we are still waiting for our speaker. Um, he's gonna be here real soon. I don't know. Let's just give him like few minutes to come in. We'll be very fast today. Okay, our speaker said he's going to be here in the next few minutes. Um, so let's do a little introduction and recap while waiting for him. So, as you all know, guys, I am. My name is Blady. I have been your host for like 6 weeks now. Yep. where we talk about journey from zero to nine figures. And here is my co-host, the Nutella King. Nutella, please tell us your name again and give us a recap of the previous space while we wait for our speaker. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Bledy. Okay, GM guys, again. My name is Nutella or the Nutella King, right? I'm a multi-chain content creator and I'm also a content manager. What do I do? Okay, I contribute to projects and brands with my unique perspective to content creation. That's what I do. Um, again for tonight's space or today's space, right? So what is moment of clarity? Moment of clarity, a journey from zero to nine figures. Moment of clarity is an interactive weekly space series. So we come here every Thursday, 7 p.m. UTC plus one to listen and learn from the experiences of legends on the space while they take us through their journey, how they were able to scale up their portfolio and, become who they are, right?
Nutella, can you hear me? Hello, guys. I don't know if I'm actually logging because when Nutella was speaking, I couldn't hear her. Even though I used my second phone and I was hearing her clear. So, someone should give me a thumbs up, please, if you can hear me clear. Someone should please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me clear. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, guys. That means Nutella is logging. I don't know. Our speaker is yet to show up. Let me ping him again. Okay, Nutella, can you hear me now?
Can you guys hear me?
I don't know if you
Or am I
can hear me,
rocking?
Nutella.
Yes, I can hear you.
Come on, what's happening? What's happening? Dinotella King, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, very good, very good. I don't know. Our speaker is yet to come. I don't know. Did you finish your summary, Notella, before you got dropped?
Okay, so I don't know where network cut me off. But I did. I think I did. I
I
gave
didn't hear a 10.
some. Did you guys hear me? Did you guys hear everything I was saying?
I didn't hear a 10. One, I did.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the listeners, please. If you heard what I said earlier, just give me a thumbs up or something. So no one heard me. Oh my God. Okay, do you guys want me to introduce myself all over again?
Yeah, I guess so. You should do that and do it fast. We have our speaker here, so we can kick off right away.
All right. Okay, so I'm your co-host, Nutella, right? And I'm a multi-chain content creator and a content manager. And what is Moment of Clarity? Moment of Clarity is an interactive weekly space series where we come together, to host legends as they take us on their journey from 0 to 9 figures, or how they were able to scale up their portfolio, right? And we come here every Thursday, 7 p.m. UTC plus one, to learn and you know get alphas from these legends, right? We have had this is our sixth episode of this space. So we have had five other speakers, from Jana to Miki of Arcadia to Crypto Mama to Yasmina and even NFT Bowser, right? Yes, so this is a summary of what Moment of Clarity is, and we also host a giveaway every space series. So we are also hosting a giveaway for this space. So stay tuned. Welcome, Smartech.
Um, Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
pardon.
yes.
Okay.
Welcome
Um,
to Moment of Clarity. It's a pleasure to have you here.
yeah, I'm happy to be here. Like, sorry for being late. I mean, should have been here since 8, but I took permission from Bledy. Told him that I needed time. So, but yeah, thank God I'm free now.
No problem. That's fine. We forgive you. All right. So let's get started. Lady.
Okay, welcome again, my brother Smart Tech Vitamin. Yeah, to kick off, let's we give you ask 10 questions from the co-host and I, the host. Then we move to the listeners. So we also be fast about that since we've missed around 15 minutes. We should still end the space once it's 9. Okay, so the first question: can you share a bit about your background and how you got onboarded to the Web3 space?
Okay. How I got onboarded? Well, it was that was in 20, although I started learning about cryptocurrencies in 2017, 2018, but just like every other person, the only thing I knew then was buying and selling of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I didn't do much then. So, but in 2020, yeah, in 2020, I I now took it more serious, and then the person that actually onboarded me was a foreigner. Yeah, a one woman like that from America. We met each other in one of these Facebook groups where they used to promote all these Ponzi platforms. Like oh, I've forgotten the name. Many of them then. So I met her there. So I was now asking her, oh, what do you know about cryptocurrencies and stuff like that? So she was the one that introduced me to DeFi, the DeFi aspect of crypto. Then it was very, very early. I think it was within that period that Uniswap did its airdrop and stuff like that. So it was, in fact, Uniswap airdrop was among the stuff that motivated me to join the space like full time. So she taught me a lot of things, and then I started from there. So to cut the long story short, I had my own group, WhatsApp group, where I referred people that I knew that, okay, these guys, they are like-minded individuals that want to grow. I looked for them on Facebook, gathered them together, and then we started sharing alpha, amongst ourselves in that WhatsApp group. So most of them now like they're already big. So these guys, I would just say that they helped me a lot. So from there, I started creating content on Twitter. From creating content on Twitter, I found out that, oh, a lot of people actually love my content. And then I continued, started by sharing alphas. I'm someone that loves to do research very, very much. So, and yeah, that is how the name Smarter Vitalik just came up. And then started getting followers, started attending Twitter space, engaging with so many people, meeting new people. It took me like almost 2 years before I even started, before I started attending spaces like that frequent. Like before I started speaking on spaces, I used to attend, but I was not really speaking on spaces. So that was when I connected with the Nigerian influencers and so many of them. Back then, a lot of people thought that, oh man, this guy is a foreigner. So yeah, and just like that, I managed to build a brand, and now I have this account that I have today. So yeah, the journey has actually been interesting, but I would also like to add one story that, okay, maybe we'll still get there. What my turning point looked like, what motivated me most to like take this very, very serious here. I think that was during the 2021 bull market. That was during the 2021 bull market. So it was during that. I don't know if any of you remember the period when um, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Yuga Labs, not Bored Ape Yacht Club, when Yuga Labs launched a particular NFT that they called The Other Side. So that particular NFT, I managed to fill in there was a form, like a website that they created, and then they were like, oh, just go there, put in your address, and and just sign. You'll be whitelisted. So I did it before they closed the portal. So I got whitelisted, but I did not have money to mint the NFT. In fact, back then I was almost like I didn't have much. I didn't have much at all. So I reached out to somebody, a Chinese guy that connected me to another a foreigner that funded that particular mint. People that participated then they will understand that the gas fee then was like around 2.5 ETH to even mint the NFT itself, because gas fee was like very high. So this guy funded it, and I minted 2 NFTs that day. In the morning, the floor price was like around 7 point something ETH. And I got one. The guy gave me one NFT. I was surprised. I thought he was going to say, "Oh, just take this small money and go." So he gave me one NFT and took one. So I sold one and I reimbursed him the extra 2.5 each that he paid for gas. And my profit then was 5 each. And in fact, that was how I started. And that was like the boost I needed. Since then till date, yeah, I've never stopped growing. Like the growth has been crazy, like crazy, crazy. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Smartech, for sharing your onboarding story. You actually had a pretty nice onboarding story because I know a lot of people that were onboarded on this space through maybe they were scammed or maybe it was through a Ponzi scheme or some people even got onboarded through affiliate marketing and they people have had rough experiences. But I really like your story. Okay, over to the next question. I would like to know your major challenges, the major challenges you had when you started, right? When you started your journey, and how were you able to overcome these challenges?
Okay, I would say that I faced a lot of challenges like crazy. But everyone's story is different. But mine is actually very, very funny. The challenges I faced was this. When I started, I will start with the fact that I am in Nigeria. Coming from a Nigerian background, like my family then, everybody was like, "What are you even doing? You're always on your phone, you know, you're not serious with your life," stuff like that. So yeah, they didn't really. I came from this kind of family that they did not really believe that that there is legit money in this internet stuff. Since back then it was just all about all this Yahoo boys and the rest of them. So it was difficult to actually convince my parents that okay, yeah, this crypto is actually genuine. However, I'm this kind of person that I'm very stubborn. Despite everything, I kept on pushing until I got the desired results. That was one. That okay, that's one challenge. The second challenge I faced was when I when I started, you know, when I started this Twitter stuff, when I created an account on Twitter and started creating content. I was really bad, like very, very bad at it back then. A lot of people kept on, should I say, negative comments, like a lot of negative comments. And I'm this kind of person that I am too real. I don't even know how to like, you know, to to you know to pet stuffs. Like I don't know how to pamper stuffs. I just come out and just say it the way it is. I don't care what anybody thinks. So that particular behavior kind of affected me a lot. And I will just say this. If you're starting, just be genuine, like just be you. You understand? I just continue doing what I know how to do best. And funny enough, at the end of the day, this is what everyone now knows me for. Like people actually love that my type of content. At the end of the day, a lot of people started following me because yeah, when a project, um tries to like, you know, cheat the community to some extent, when nobody talks about it, you see people telling me, "Oh, Smartech, why are you not talking about this project? Why are you not talking about it? We are waiting for you to say something." Like these guys, they are trying to do this, do that. So, I started doing that. And I also started, in fact, I even went as far as um, exposing some people back then. When people will come to me and report to me, they'll be like, "Oh, I lost my money, somebody wiped my wallet, please can you help me to track it." I did that back then, and I think there was a particular influencer that I exposed back then, that and the stuff, like, it blew up. Everybody was just talking about it. So that's my type of content. became what everybody loved. Like everybody loved it. People were like, yeah, just keep it up. So that was also part of the challenges. When I started, I was criticized. A lot of people criticized me, but I just continued to be me. And yes, till today, I still have not changed. So that was also part of the challenges I faced. And the other challenge I would say that I faced initially was I was really, really finding it difficult to research when I started. I found it very difficult to research. And I was this kind of person that I don't like I don't want somebody to be feeding me with alphas. I wanted to be the alpha. You understand? I wanted to be the alpha. So I was finding it difficult back then. And the first decision that was very difficult that I took was to leave the WhatsApp group I created initially when I started, because I had a little bit of issues there, and I just left that particular group, created this Twitter. I focused on Twitter. I went into what they call a period of hibernation. I started watching different YouTube videos. Always, in fact, I subscribed to so many. Like there's this guy they call Chico Crypto. Some of you might know the guy. I started following Chico Crypto back then. I was watching every single video that he drops. From there, I started doing the research myself, and I started getting this information. These days now, it's very easy. It's no longer hard anymore for me. And I started making connections with people. So yeah, it's it's a roller coaster. Like the it's not funny, but it's not easy too. Especially when another issue I also experienced was the issue of content creation. When I was creating content, I can spend like 3 hours or even 5 hours to research on a particular project, and then I'll come out and write a thread or make a tweet about that project, and I'll get 2 likes. It was that bad. But I did not stop. I continued. I kept on doing what I know how to do best. Countless hours of research. I'll post, no comments, no likes, nothing, no engagements. But after some time, I started getting noticed. I will not forget what this guy did for me. What was his name? Crypto Coach. At some point, when my account, I had like is it 2,500 followers then. He tweeted about my account and told people like, this account is actually a small account that is posting quality content. You guys should give him a follow. And I think that day alone, I got like almost extra 4,000 followers. And from there, everything became history. So yeah, that's my journey.
Okay, thanks, man. This is 8:30, and we are moving to the third question. I think maybe you have already answered some of our questions, though, so we have to skip those so that we'll be faster. We would like to know how you're able to be the alpha king you are right now, even though you said you always want to be the alpha. So how do you how were you able to be the alpha? How did you find your edge?
Okay. Um, Basically, the easiest way to do that is to look where others are not looking, and to filter quality information out of the noise. And yeah, also be someone that reads in between the lines is very important. Like that one. So now, what I did first was this. I I looked for accounts that I knew that okay, these guys they have quality alpha, quality information. Some of them were big accounts, some were smaller accounts back then. But there was something that I took very serious. I started following whoever they were following. I mean, I just felt like, okay, these guys, they are probably getting this information from somewhere, and I can be able to get access to a large percentage of the information they get access to if I follow the kind of people they follow. That way, there's a way Twitter algorithm works. That way, I'll be seeing tweets from these accounts that they get alpha from. And then I started doing that. From there, I also started checking, okay, this account, they look like as if they are in the same group. How can I get access to this group? Sometimes I reach out to them. I'm this kind of person. I don't care if you will reply my message or not. I will message many of them, and some will see my message and they will reply. And I'll tell them that, oh, see, I'm not joining your group just because I want to come and get alphas. I'm joining because I know how to research too. So just allow me to join. If I join, I'm definitely going to contribute. So, I was offering something. Back then I will even tell some of them I'm an on-chain analyst. I can research a lot. So just put me on and leave the rest. So some of them they added me to their groups, and that was how I was able to join some of these, good groups that I joined. And there I started getting information first. I will be like, oh, this kind of information, you won't even see it on Twitter. I'm telling you for a fact, the real alpha, nobody's talking about it on the timeline. That's actually the sad reality. Nobody's talking about it. And for you to get access to these informations, you have to be in this circle where they get the information firsthand. So I got access to some groups that use what they call scrapers. These scrapers will find an account even like few hours after the account was created. So I was getting information so early, and just like that, I started making friends, like very important. I made a lot of friends. These friends, sometimes even if I didn't see the information on time, they will send it to me, and that way everybody grows. So I will also say that don't be that kind of person that doesn't want to make friends in this industry. It is very necessary. In fact, there is one particular whitelist spot that you'll be grinding, but if you know somebody that knows somebody, you will get it. Just like in real life, it's simple. So it's very necessary to make friends, like not just friends. Make friends with people that know more than you, people that know what you don't know, people that have access to information that you don't have access to, and find a way to provide value. Find a way to provide value. Don't be the type of person that just want um to siphon every value that you can get without giving back. No, you have to be ready to actually put in that work. And the best way to do that is if they have added you to these groups, sometimes they will have so many alphas there and they don't even know how to keep up with it. You can use your hand, start to go through these alphas during your free time and pick out important details from some unique project and still come back to that group and share it with the audience. You'll be surprised. A lot of people don't have time to read. You think all of us here are serious? Many people don't even have time. If you start to read docs, when you see a good project, it's not about seeing alpha. When you see it, look for the website, enter that website, look for the docs, read up the documents. You will see alpha there. Join their Discord, start conversing with them. You will see alpha there. Sometimes when you join that Discord early, you can even get OG roles. People used to ignore that part. In fact, you will make more money from Discord roles than farming some projects. Let me be honest with you. You make a lot of money just because you have that title OG. So these are the things I didn't joke with, and it made my work a lot more easier for me. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Smartek. You came loaded to the space today, and I am ready because I'm in my book and my pen, taking down everything you're saying. Over to the next question. So you have angel investor on your bio, and would like to know, how do you approach projects as an angel investor? What you look out for?
Okay. Well, before I put that angel investor on my bio, there were certain things I've done already, and this is it. You, it's difficult to get a particular deal if you have not, if you've not invested in other projects. It's difficult to start saying, "Oh, I'm an angel investor," because they'll be like, "Oh, you're an angel investor. So which project have you invested in?" You understand? So but yeah, to become an angel investor, this this is something that it doesn't happen overnight though. You will start with you start by being a very good researcher. That's why I always used to make emphasis on that. Everybody should, you know, learn that culture of research. Start researching. You understand? Because let's say you find a project in its early stage, like very early stage. You can reach out to the founder and just boldly ask them, "Are you guys raising?" You understand? "Are you guys raising?" And they will tell you if they are raising or not. Sometimes it is easier to invest in a project when you find it doing that they are at that very early stage. When I'm talking about early stage, I'm not saying when everybody have started talking about them on Twitter. No, I'm talking about when they have maybe 30 followers on Twitter, 15 followers on Twitter, 50 followers on Twitter. You can start DMing the founder. That's if you're interested in investing in that project. Because to get that seed round allocation as an angel investor is not something. There's a reason why it is gated. It's not something that anybody can access. So maybe when you give it a shot a few times and maybe you get to invest into some projects, you can use that now as your own portfolio. And when you want to reach out to a project now, you can just send them a DM, even if that project is already big, and tell them that, "Oh, you're an angel investor, you want to invest into this project," and they'll be like, "Which project have you invested in before?" You give them examples of projects where you've invested in. One. And secondly, another way to become an angel investor very easy is by becoming a key opinion leader. Yes, a KOL, the idolo that all of you used to drag. If you want to become an angel investor, find a way to grow your account, create content, be a person of value, grow your account, and become popular. You will actually get access to us. To be very easy for you, as easy as, because the project will be looking at what they will gain from you. And because if you invest in that project, you definitely talk about it. You want to talk about your bags. So it is a plus for the team to have you on board as an investor. So it is necessary for you to build your account and become an influencer too. I used to tell everybody it's necessary. If you want to get, influencers used to get undue, should I say, unfair advantage. Yes, and that is because they are influencers, and it's not easy to become an influencer. That's the fact. And at the end of the day, that influencer is somebody that has value. If the person is not someone of value, you will not become an influencer. So it's when you're an influencer, you can easily get access to all of the. In fact, I invested in a lot of projects like last year, stroke this year, so many. And there is something that I would also like to share with us now that has made the whole angel investing stuff very easy and equally available to anybody, no matter your status. Um, there is this platform called Echo.xyz. It was built by Kobe. Everybody knows who Kobe is. So find a way to, to look for people that have invite links to join Echo. It is actually gated currently. Access to Echo is gated like very well. You cannot just access Echo like that now. Even if you sign up, it will take you probably like a month or so before they will approve you, you know, to join the platform. But if you want to join like today, you need to look for someone that has invite links. I know there are some small accounts that I've joined. All they had to do was, register, sign up. I shared this like about, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago. or so. And recently I did a giveaway and they gave me only 3 invite codes. I invited about 3 people. All of them were newbies. They are not influencers. In fact, one of them had less than 100 followers. But inside Echo, you will get access to that same seed round, that same private sale. In fact, you will even get access to quality ones. There are so many big projects that you guys are farming the airdrop now. You guys are looking forward to get airdrop from the project. That's they've already concluded their seed round in Echo, and that newbie that is inside Echo is now an angel investor. So you guys should check it out and sign up if you can, and probably wait till you get approved, or look for someone that has already signed up and has invite links or invite codes available so that they will put you on.
Okay, thanks, man. That's really cool. Okay, this echo. Maybe later I'll come to your DM. All right. To be more faster. Okay, before we move on, I think we've asked like 5 questions. Please, guys, let's follow Smartech, our speaker. Follow me, your host. Follow our co-host Nutella King. As we are rounding off, before we listen to questions from our listeners, Smartech, you've always been ahead of the curve. I know you talked about this when you started the space earlier. But how do you spot trends before they blow up? Is it like instinct, data, or a mix of the both? Like, how do you spot trends before they blow up? You talk about getting these projects at when they have less than 100 followers. How do you spot them?
Okay, I already said this. I said that I'm in some groups, some close groups that have what we call scrapers that scrape some, Twitter accounts that are crypto related.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, like few hours after it was launched.
Okay. Well, how do you get to this group? Is it like they came to you, or you researched on them? You like, how do you like get them? Is someone can just go enter the office
No,
first time?
uh, I joined some of them. Like I joined some of them very early, and then that was like years ago, not even now. And that, like, let's say like about 1 year and yeah, some 1 year and some months ago. And some of them requires you to hold a particular NFT to to be able to use their products. I can recommend one. The floor price right now is around 1.879 ETH or so. Um, get money. If you know get money, get money. So if you buy their NFT, you have access to all of these stuffs. You can see them. So, but let me also be very clear. Seeing this information, seeing these accounts early is not even the main thing. You will get overwhelmed. The main work is seeing it and actually carrying out your own personal diligence, like carrying out your own research on this project. Because in a day you can see up to like 20 Twitter accounts, but you still need to filter it one after the other. People create tons of meme coins every day. People create tons of useless vaporware projects every day. You still need to filter it at the end of the day to find out a project that is actually building something reasonable. You understand? And then when it comes to spotting trends and knowing what is going to like the next trend, it's all about your circle. You understand? Your circle. When you see, you'll be like, what are VCs investing in right now? What is smart money putting their money in right now? You understand? What is in before before that narrative even starts to end, you will find out that VCs have already invested in so many projects that are building on that particular narrative. For example, now we are seeing, you know, we are seeing VCs investing so much money in AI right now. If you want to understand what I'm talking about, we are see okay, you see VCs investing in AI, investing in deepin, deepin and RWA right now. That is real world asset project that are building anything that has to do with these three narratives. So we are seeing VCs throwing so much money in there. And again, they are investing a lot in security too. You understand? And they are to see this, it all depends on your circle, because they'll be bringing this, you'll be seeing these projects, and you'll be like, okay, what does this guys have to offer? Then the next thing you go and check, have they raised any money? So at the end of the day, in a week, you'll be like, okay, I've found like 10 solid projects this week that has raised new, that's been funded just newly. You understand? Then check how inside that 10 projects, what narrative did did VCs fund the most? So from there, you can actually, pick the best, pick the ones that were funded the most. And yeah, personally, these days, I don't even like projects that have too much funding. But you can go for the ones that have moderate funding, but they are still building something real, like something useful. So it's not something that is easy, honestly speaking, but it's something that one has to experiment themselves, and then they will get better at it in the long term as they keep on. It's something that you get better every day. It's not something you just learn from listening to me on the Twitter space. You have to go out there and start trying these stuff out yourself, and then you learn as time goes on.
Thank you so much, Smartech. My head is hot. You have said a lot. In case you guys missed it, AI, DPIN, RWA, and have an inner circle, with like-minded people that are locked into the grind, right? It's about this time where we announce our giveaway, but tonight's giveaway is going to take a different twist because we already have the winners. So immediately the space started, we picked the first 5 people to join the space, and at the end of this space, we're going to tag them to the comment section. Yeah. Over to the next question. There's a lot going on in this space. Like there's a lot of things. Before you can hold on to this alpha, there's another alpha or there's another trend that is happening. Now we want to know, how do you follow up? Yes, you can get started on something. Okay, we said, okay, we want to focus on AI now, and then they're telling you, oh, this is now the narrative that people are making the most from. We saw Tron, we saw Thorn. How do you follow up with each and every alpha that you're involved in actively?
Honestly, I'll say this. I'm a crazy person. It's not easy to keep up with all of these stuffs. But then, whenever I follow a project, for example, the first thing I do is I make sure that I turn on the notifications button. I don't just follow. When I follow, I make sure that that notification button is on, so that anytime they make a tweet, I'll definitely see it. And whenever I'm using Twitter, I rarely use the For You page. I'm always under the following section, because that way I'll be seeing tweets from accounts that I am following. And I do this like every day. I'll be scrolling. I'm refreshing 247. I'm in the Discord grinding, looking forward to like any announcement that will come from any channel that I am in Discord. On Telegram, the same thing. I juggle every single thing. Like my work rate is mad. So yeah, it's not easy to keep up, But when you're very active, if I tell you guys when I used to sleep, I'm not advising anybody to do that shit, please. It's not a financial advice, but sometimes I go to bed as late as 5 a.m. So that's how bad it is. And I'm not recommending anybody to do that. Just follow account that used to share alpha and get alpha from there. If you want to be the alpha yourself, you go crazy, because to keep up with all of this stuff, it's not easy. So just make sure that you turn the notification button on. That way you will see the tweet from that project, from the project that you are following. And if you're following useless accounts, please unfollow them. Unfollow some account that will be distracting you, so that you will only be seeing tweets from these valuable accounts that you are following, so that you'll be able to you'll be up to date. I only use my For You page, like, let's say, 1 hour in a day. I will just switch to that For You page and just scroll and scroll and scroll. If I don't like it anymore, I'll just go back to the normal page I've been using, the following page. That way, I will be following up on everything. Whenever that project makes a tweet, I will see it. The same thing with my notifications are always on Telegram, Discord. I follow up steady. But my phone used to overwork itself. So it's something that is time consuming, to be very honest. And secondly, you can, if you think that you're going to forget, if you're the type that you don't want to forget, everybody should even have, is this something that you're supposed to know this? Everybody's supposed to have a book, that they write down these projects. When you interact, or you're planning to research on a particular project and you don't want to forget, you just write it down on a piece of paper, write the names down, and every day when you wake up, you open it and check, oh, have I checked this project? Okay, if there's any important events that you want to keep track of and you have the date already, you set it up and keep checking it. That way you will not miss out, since you have a lot of stuff to check, to monitor, to make it a lot more easier for you. So, but you should have what we call scale of preference too. The most important projects should take more of your time, and don't invest too much energy in the ones that you don't understand. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, man. Thanks, man. Our second to the last question. Okay, can you tell us one trend or narrative you think everyone should be paying attention to right now and in the future?
Um, well, I don't even know. Someone like me that that follows so many narratives. It's difficult to say, oh, just follow this particular one. This one is going to be the future. I'll be very honest with you. Nobody knows anything in this industry. Like, nobody knows the actual, should I say, but you can get hints, you know, you can get hints. But I will just say this, yeah. I feel like AI should be something that we all take very seriously. AI, starts researching about AI in crypto precisely. Very, very necessary. Many projects that I have seen recently. If you are in my Telegram, you will understand what I am saying. Most of the projects I share with my community, they have one thing or the other to do with AI. And when I'm talking about funding, I mean like real real funding, like projects that have solid backings. AI and deeping narrative in one, AI and gaming in one. Wherever you see it, don't play with it. These are the narratives that we like. They'll pay up big time. You can see. I don't know if you guys saw Sahara Labs, Sahara AI that I shared one time like that. That is the type of project you don't ignore. You need to pay attention to that type of project. very necessary. So there are so many of them like that. So I would say AI is one narrative that it's not even just crypto. The entire world is paying so much attention there. And the second on my list, wake me up anytime, any day, RWA, real world assets. Any project that is building, that is providing any tangible solution or any that is building any valuable any founder, any team that's building any valuable project that is building on top of that particular narrative, don't joke with it. We can see BlackRock has been giving signals, you know, from the way I think they invested in Ondo Finance or something at some point. So these are the kind of narratives you don't joke with, because when the time is right, when the market will start to do its magic, they will definitely get that attention. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Smartech. So this would be like the final question of the space. This is even the reason why a lot of people are on this space, and you've probably answered, you've said a lot from the beginning of the space till now, and would like to know how you are able to scale your portfolio from 0 to 9 figures in a nutshell.
Oh well, I have shared a lot already. Like I have shared a lot already. So I feel like if you just if you just follow the whole stuff that I've listed today, which is the first things first, make connections, like make friends in the industry. Friends, not just friends, friends with people that know what you don't know. Because the what is standing in between you and the next 5 or 6 figure, opportunity is information that you don't have. And that is a fact. So, and the world has been designed in a way that nothing goes for nothing. All right. So, first of all, be a person of value. And I have already shared steps on how to become a person of value. You understand? There are so many stuff you can offer a particular, you can be a graphic designer and you tell the team, oh, I know how to create graphics. I know how to do this. They will onboard you. You will be the one creating, doing their handling anything that has to do with graphics. So you can go there and say, oh, I'm a good on-chain analyst. I can help you guys to track important wallets and keep that get valuable information on time by tracking smart money and the rest of that. Or you can go and say, I'm a good researcher. I know how to research. I can assist in researching and I will bring value to this particular group. And then you will get picked and you will become a member of that circle. Or better still, we now have accounts that are extremely valuable in the industry right now. Follow these guys, like those accounts that they always get information firsthand. Follow them, learn from them. Following them is not just waiting for them to drop off and then you just act on it without even making your own research about that project. Because this is part of the problems we're having right now. If people don't research and when it doesn't go the way they kind of want, they start to complain or start to say, oh, it is the fault of the influencer that shared it. You understand? So it is very necessary that you cultivate that habit of research. It is very important. In fact, if you know how to research, you know how to find alpha, you know how to separate sheep from goats. You know how to pick valuable information out of the junks out there. I can guarantee you that you'll be ahead of everybody else because you will always be positioned at the end of the day. Before others even start talking about it, you're already there. There are so many projects right now that are giving out OG roles and they are still in their early stage, like very early stage, but nobody's talking about it yet. So if you're someone that does research, you will see this, you will be early, you will join on time. You want to know how valuable OG roles are? Ask people that joined Monad Discord on time and they have been active to date. Ask them. They will tell you how much they've made from airdrops alone. They've made like 5 figs in airdrops just because they have that title OG. And there is this particular platform that I feel like the OG role will be very valuable too. Anybody that knows Story Protocol, they have a role they call Programmable OG. It's a platform that raised over $100 million. A lot of us know about Story Protocol already. You're busy doing the social FI tasks right now, but the most valuable task is to join that Discord, to join their Discord um, and assist people that are joining newly in answering questions. And how do you do that? You go and read up what Story Protocol does, study it. They have their documents out there, learn everything there, then come back to that Discord and start educating others that are joining. You will get noticed in less than a week if you do it very well, and you'll be given the programmable OG role, which is going to be the most valuable role in Story Protocol Discord. So yeah, if you do that constantly, imagine when you are positioning yourself in like 200 projects, 150 projects. It's more like placing yourself on a payroll. They will keep paying you. You understand? And airdrops are changing. Like airdrops are changing right now. It's no longer the way it was back then. If you are the type of person that doesn't know how to gamble or mint coins, this particular stuff I'm teaching today will help you a lot. You will make a lot of money too. For example, there is this project that is called Eta Vista. Whenever I say stuff, I always back it up with examples. This project that is called Eta Vista, when they had like sub 200 followers, I retweeted the project on my timeline. I didn't even say anything. I just retweeted it. And when I made that retweet, they were giving what they call white paper rule to people that retweeted that particular tweet that I retweeted. And I retweeted it on purpose so that people will see it and then retweet. And I think they picked the first 1K that retweeted, and then they reached out to them. So that very project they launched, and when they launched at a market cap of around, like the market cap was around 30K, maybe 40K or so. It pumped and pumped to as high as $35 million few days later. So you do the math. That is how much you can make from being early and spotting gems early. So yeah, if you just follow the whole strategy I've shared today, and it's not something that happens overnight, I'll have to be very honest. You don't make that you don't hit that level of win in just one day. It's a gradual process, and that is why I said it's something that you keep learning the more you experiment, the more you learn. The more you do it, the more you learn. The more you continue to grow, and over time, 1 year, 2 years, you will get the desired result that you want. I'm not saying you will not start making 5 figs now. I'm just telling you, I started doing this since 2021. So you already know the answer. But that's just it.
Well, thank you so much, Snatek. Today have really lots of alpha packs. Now, I would like us to get some questions from the listeners, and I will just add those who will raise their hands now, like who will request to the mic to the speaker role. Whosoever that is asking, you should ask a question we have not attended to, please. And if someone asks a question we've already asked. Smartech, you can tell them to like listen to the space again and get the answer from there. So we'll be picking a few who will request mic now, and we end the space. I think we've passed our time though. Okay, Bill GMI, please ask your question.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thank you for this wonderful space. Really like I can't express myself. So my question, let me go straight to the point. Is one, how? The question one is what are the current challenges or pain points in Web3 that need more research? That is one. Then number two is what mistakes do you make as a researcher in Web3 that I should avoid? And then number three, what tools or methodology do you employ, do you recommend for researching in Web3 ecosystem? So those are the three questions I have. And then number four, sorry, you made mention of being an angel investor. That's they would ask you, which projects have you partnered with? Which projects have you invested in? So someone who have made money, yes, but have not invested in any projects and wish to be an angel investor. So how best can I get position for such opportunity? Thank you.
Okay, so before Smart
Okay.
says something, I'd like to tell you guys the people asking questions, please. It's just one question per person because we don't have all night, and this space was supposed to be for an hour. So one question per person, please.
Okay. I will recommend that. Let's say, Bill, just pick out one question or two out of this one that you've asked. The most important one to ask me, because I think I've answered about 3 out of the 5 questions that you asked. I've already answered all of this before. So just pick the one that is
Okay,
very
okay,
important to you and ask.
okay. The one that is most important to me is that I'm much interested in being a researcher. As a matter of fact, I've been researching since I entered into Web3. So, what methodology, what tools can you recommend that will be very helpful in this journey as a researcher? Since that is a way out of the whole thing happening in the web, because you cannot really comprehend everything. So, you have to research on your own, focus on the real one that you know that will reward. So, what tools do you recommend?
Okay. I'll just say it again. First of all, your followings, the account you follow, you need to filter them and start following accounts that provide value. And when you cite this account, when you cite a particular account that is always very early on trends, the first thing you're supposed to do is to follow the whoever that person is following. That is one. Secondly, I didn't mention this before. Find the top, the top VCs in the industry and look for the members, people that are inside of that VC. For example, if it is A16Z you want to track, you look for A16Z crypto accounts. Look for accounts that are affiliated with A16Z crypto accounts, which are people that are inside of A16Z, they are workers. Follow their handles also. When you follow this account, when you see a particular project, for example, and any of these guys you're following, if they are following that particular project, that alone is the first signal you need. That alone is the first signal you need. When you follow a lot of VCs, like a lot of smart money, when you follow a lot of them and follow a lot of valuable accounts, whenever you see a particular project and you have no clue where to start from, the first thing you check who is following this particular project. Do I have mutuals with them? Solid mutuals, so not anyhow mutuals. That's why I say you need to work on the people you are following, the accounts you're following. It has to be valuable accounts. So when you see these valuable accounts following that project, like sometimes I used to cite a project with just 100 followers, and I will see some members, some members in A16Z group following this particular project. I'll see like about 3 or 4, but they just have 30 followers. What does that mean? It means that it is either A16Z is about to invest in them or they have already invested in them. That is just it. That's a fact. And 9 out of 10 times I'm always correct. So that way you'll be able to know that this one is alpha. So you will know that you're supposed to put more attention on this particular project. So you will now be able to you'll be able to separate the the ones that are not important and just that are important. That way you can easily filter. Like it's the easiest way, because those guys, you will assume that they've probably done 90% of the research you want to do, because yes, they are researchers. So seeing them there means, okay, they've already researched on this particular project, and yes, this is what they are following. And another thing, if the VC handle itself is also following that project, that is also alpha itself. For example, we can see researchers that are people that are the ones in charge of researching for Binance Labs. I follow almost all of them. So these researchers, they are the ones that we follow projects that Binance Lab want to invest in before Binance Lab even think of investing in those projects. So you start to follow them, start to track the projects they are tracking. That way, you will even position yourself even before Binance Labs position themselves. So yes, that is also one of the strategy. And I mentioned these Twitter scrapers, that there are groups you join or there are platforms that you can go to. They have NFTs that they are selling. They have NFTs that you can own, and if you own that particular NFT, you will have access to their scraper software that scrapes accounts that has something to do with crypto on Twitter. What the AI does is to filter accounts that are related to crypto that were just created that day. That way, you gather all these accounts and now start doing this research one by one in each of those projects. Then you now select the ones that are more important and keep them separate. So yeah, that's just it. There are so many skills, but you have to start. When you start, you develop your skills over time.
Thank you, Smartech, for the breakdown. Edwin GMI, please. You're the next speaker.
Okay. Thank you, Smartech. That was a long one, though. I think whosoever that is repeating questions, the person should listen to the space, please. Edwin, please, if you have any new question, you can ask. Edwin, take the mic.
GM, everyone. GM to Abledi and Natala. GM to the speaker. Quick one, please. The question I want to ask is, how are you able to diversify, fight this battle? Because I know that it might be a battle for most people like me. Maybe let me say you are trying to get yourself on so many niches and you want to do this. How do you get your hand on a particular one you want to do and start putting it out as a content on the space and trying to get rid of other ones? You know that it might be good in all of them. If you're a kind of person that combine all of them together to give it out, how do you do it? How do you put it up? Because I know there are so many things on the timeline that you have to attend to, but in the sense of you not to try to outwork yourself, which I know is actually necessary, but for you not to overdo things, how do you put it in place for yourself to do?
Oh well, that is what I've been saying. It is very easy when you filter the ones that you feel like they are the best. When you're done with your research, you filter out these ones that you feel like they are the best, and then you write them down. If you can, if you're somebody that easily forgets, I recommend you write them down. Me, I don't write anything and I don't forget. I'll still, I'll still meet up. And I always, in fact, it was recently, and I'll tell you, it is actually tiring. It's exhausting. You will get tired to put, because I know this question you're asking now, you're asking from the point of view of a content creator. You want to be putting the content out there. By the time you're done doing this research, you filter out the ones that you like. So you start from, that's why I said you must have a scale of preference. You start working with the ones that are more important. Start creating content on the most important ones and leave the ones that are less important. Then when you are done creating all this content, you can start posting them one by one. Like now, I have more than 10 contents I've not even put out safe. So that's just how it is. Just you write them, put them down, save them either in your draft, and then you start posting it one by one. Then if you don't want to forget, you can also write down so that when you open that your book and check, you will now find out the ones that you've not attended to and the ones that you have already attended to. That way, you will not overwork yourself too much. But if you're talking about, there's no way that you will even do this that you will not overwork yourself. At some point, you will still have to overwork yourself, so long as you know, you want to maintain that momentum. Because the truth is, if you leave it for 1 month, it will leave you for 3 months. You leave it for 6 months, it will leave you for a long time. So it's something you have to be doing all the time. I made mention of this. I said it is time consuming. It is the price you pay to get these stuffs done. So yeah, it's not really easy, but then we can still find a way to minimize the stress. Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you so
thanks,
much.
man.
You guys can go.
Emmanuel, please have the mic.
Gem everyone, James Abledi, James Smart
Emmanuel,
Tech.
please speak up.
Gem everyone, can you hear me?
Yeah, but a bit earphone or something.
My thing is wrong. I can't hear you clearly.
Okay, go on and ask your question. I can hear.
Okay, my question is why is it difficult to see alphas on the timeline, and where can I actually hop on them?
Okay, I've answered that question before. So you just go back to the other just listen to the space again. I think it's on record, so you can always go back and start from the beginning. You hear everything.
Thank you. Phoenix, please go ahead. Then Ade.
All right, GM, everyone. Please, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay. Mr. Smart Tech, I have just one question to ask you. It's not like a question, but the thing is, I would want you to tell us what you would have told your newbie self, like what you thought you would have done rightly, or an advice you can give your new self to the space as somebody who wants, like someone who is venturing into researching, who wants to take researching and content writing as their niche. Like, what would you tell or what would you have told your new self before entering the space? That's all. Thank you.
Um, the advice I would give my new self is don't do it alone. You cannot do it alone. You will grow faster if you work with people. You will grow faster, and it will be a lot more easier for you when you have when you have a lot of people that you're working with, because you cannot have eyes everywhere. It's not possible. However, if you're in a circle, a very good circle, that everybody has this, in fact, you guys can even form a group with one particular motive, and everybody is working to achieve a particular goal. That way, if I miss something, the other guy will not miss out on that stuff. He will see it. If you don't see it, the other person will see it. So it's necessary to work with a team, have like work amongst like-minded individuals. If you are in a group now that they are not doing this stuff, you have to leave that particular group. You have to change that circle. You have to enter into another circle that is more serious, that is more goal oriented, that has plans. So that way it will make works a lot more easier. But for me, because when I started, I was doing everything all alone. You know, I was making mistakes and correcting the mistake myself. Nobody was there to like tell me, okay, do this, do that. So it's necessary to join a group. And like I've always said, look for people that have been there before you. They will help you a lot. so that you will not make some mistakes. I mean, if I had known what I know today before, I wouldn't have made some mistakes I made. So, but because of the circle that I am in right now, we all provide ourselves with valuable information and we all learn from each other. In fact, till tomorrow, there are still some people that I am learning from, which is why I always, even now, and I'm still fighting to enter some circles. There are still some circles I have not entered yet, and I still need to access those that particular circle. So it's something like that. Like I said before, it's something that it doesn't happen overnight. You have to start from somewhere. Then gradually, as time goes on, you continue to get better at your craft. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Smartech. Ade, please, you can ask your question.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to commend Blady and Nutella for always hosting this space regularly. It's really helpful and educative and helping people scale through their success in Web3. Phoenix already asked something similar to what I was going to say. I was going to ask that for someone who's new to Web3, you mentioned investing in the right things like AI, the security, but someone who has nothing, like someone starting with zero, like what would you say is the best way to scale yourself upwards? Because onboarding into Web3 during the 2021 season was actually quite easy because you just grind for whitelists. Most NFTs then were really doing well, but now you barely see NFTs do well. And if you want to go into crypto, you have to have like a form of financial backing where you can use to invest. So, what would you say is the best way for a newbie to scale upwards?
Okay. I would even say that it is even much easier now compared to to that time self, because um now we now have people who are there are some informations now that everybody gets it at like at a platter of gold. Back then, this type of alpha, they were getting it like mad. You wouldn't have access. You not even see it on the timeline. But these days, we have people like myself and a lot of smaller accounts that have access to quality information that are working so hard and bringing it out here to share with everybody. I will advise that you take advantage of opportunities that do not require you to invest any money. What am I trying to say? Take advantage of um, $0 airdrops or $0 opportunities. Let me put it that way. I made mention of joining some project Discord early and getting their early roles. It does not cost you money to do that. It only costs you time. And when you get these roles, you make money off of it. Secondly, I have been sharing some project recently. Some project they'll come out, they'll be like, we are giving out early access right now. You can fill those early access forms, get to interact with that project in its early stage, and get rewarded for that. And there are so many testnet opportunities too. You can also get involved with that. And at the end of the day, when you have interacted with like 10, 15, 20 projects that cost you nothing apart from your time, and they all pay you, you already have the capital you need. To be very honest, you already have that capital that you're looking for. I can start giving you example of this type of airdrops today. Many of them, you know, aside from these Telegram stuffs these days, those ones are also paying. But apart from that, these ones that I'm giving you, these examples I'm giving you right now, does not require referrals or whatever. Early access opportunities, some of them, all you have to do is just to fill a form before they close it. Recently, there is this project that is backed by Near blockchain called Nofutam. They brought out a list of tasks that people can do to get some role in their Discord and also get what they call the citizenship role, which is equivalent to OG role. That project is a project that is very, very valuable. That's a very big project like that. And they have these opportunities out there. In fact, I wrote a long thread covering about 10 projects that that will cost you nothing apart from your time to get involved in. And I shared the steps, outlined every step, everything. It's there on my page. And unfortunately, it's just a few people that has the strength, or should I say, the time to read. If you go to that tweet, you see maybe it's just the first tweet that had thousands of views. The rest on that thread had just a few views, just hundreds of views. So that is to tell you how lazy uh, everybody is. So basically, to stay ahead of everybody, just work hard, be smarter, and be put more effort than the average anon out there. You will outperform them. You outperform 90% because I can tell you for a fact 90% are just lazy. They don't even read. So if you can read and take advantage of these opportunities, you'll be ahead of them. You don't need to invest your money. I'm telling you. In fact, if I have shared 20 projects recently, 19 cost zero. 19 will cost you $0 to take part in it. That that's just it. It's not something that's that hard. You don't need capital. You don't need to start looking for capital out there. As far as crypto designed has been designed in a way that many of us that came into this industry, we came with nothing and we made everything from this particular industry. I already shared my story here when we started this post. So yeah, take advantage of those $0 opportunities. You get there.
Okay, thank you so much, Smartech. I really appreciate. Uh I don't know what to say. But thanks, man. You've really done a very good favor to all of us. So I think we call it a day here. Whosoever that want a recap can. It's a recorded space, yeah. So you can listen to the space. And those of you who have questions, I think you should keep it for next space. Or maybe you can listen to the space again because I know maybe you don't get whatever he said at the start. He talked about a lot. I don't even know what you want to ask again. With what you've said, you are made for real. So thanks again, Smartech. Thanks guys for attending. I think we see you next Thursday.
Yeah.